This tutorial will cover the operation of Part 2 of the Landlord and Tenant Act 1954. At a very basic level, the 1954 Act, as we will refer to it from now on, does three things where it applies to a business lease. So, we will look first at the effect of the Act and what it means to have its protection. Firstly, when the contractual term of the lease comes to an end, it does not expire by a fluxion of time, as would otherwise happen if the Act didn't apply. Instead, the lease is treated as though the contractual term is extended indefinitely until the lease is brought to an end by either the landlord or the tenant using the procedure in the Act. While this situation exists, the tenant is said to be holding over. Secondly, the Act gives the tenant a right to a new lease once the existing lease has been brought to an end, using the machinery of the Act. The landlord can only oppose the grant of a new lease on limited grounds which are set out in the Act and which are subject to a significant body of case law. These are known as the statutory grounds of opposition, usually referred to as the statutory grounds. If the landlord and the tenant cannot agree the terms for the new lease, then either party can make the application to the court for these terms to be fixed. Finally, the Act makes provision for payment of compensation to the tenant by the landlord, where the landlord successfully opposes the grant of a new lease on a number of the statutory grounds, being those which do not involve any fault on the part of the tenant.